Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion, plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. I'm post-daily on February 17th, and I'm excited to have a good run here with Eden. M11B VDBS. Acceptable HP, decent speed, great rate of fire, great damage. Good starting card, actually, as well. And an okay spacebar item. Not amazing, but okay. And I'm like, trust me, I ain't complaining. This run is in a ridiculous position right now. So we get glaucoma, which I remember half of what it does. First off, let's go over the rest of this run. Maw of the Void has the potential to tip the scales towards a win. I'm not going to say that it gives you the win by itself, but Maw of the Void basically can turn a maybe into a yes as far as winning a run in Isaac goes. Now, that combined with the fact that our rate of fire is really good is awesome. And then add on to that the fact that our HP is not horrible, and we're in an even better standpoint. Now, our damage is so good that I'm not using Mom's Bra at all, which is obviously a detriment, or something we shouldn't be doing. I just blew myself up as well. So, I mean, we're still at an amount of HP where anything could happen, but this run is extremely well off right now, even if we're not getting any demon hearts right off the bat. So honestly, I think I'm just gonna go to the next floor like immediately. And while we're headed down here, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go glaucoma, Isaac, and I'm gonna remember what the other effect is. It gives enemies confusion. That's right. And then it makes the screen darker. Alright, so it's kind of like concussive tears plus Curse of Darkness. Curse of Darkness less relevant because it's kind of bad. If we even get like one demon heart per floor, we're in a great spot as far as I'm concerned. I found pills is obviously not even really relevant. Hermit is a teleport. 2 of clubs I'm just going to use, and then I'm going to Emperor out and just say I don't really care about leaving the Hermit card in there. I'm just going to call it the Kermit card. Hey-ho. Kermit the card here. That's not a good impression, but I tried, and that's important in this life, I think. Half of anything is just showing up, right? So we're going to take Goopy's Paw. Gets us 1/3 of the way to becoming Guppy, and the way that our luck has looked so far, not our luck stat, but, you know, luck as a more ethereal concept, I think we're going to be feeling pretty good about our chances of becoming Guppy overall. So I'm really taking advantage of the fact that we have Maw of the Void earlier than it should ever be possible to get Maw of the Void. The earliest it could show up on a non-Eden run is a first deal with the devil. So we're basically, I guess, right where we could possibly get it. So I am just loving that I can destroy these enemies so easily with Maw of the Void and really amp up our chances. Like, we can take our sweet time and then amp up our chances of getting a demon heart off them as quickly as possible. If we can stack up just a few demon hearts. Right now we've only gotten 1, but, you know. First off, it's 1 more than we would have had if we didn't have Maw of the Void. Secondly, like, I'm not gonna complain because 1 per floor is actually not really all that bad. And I'm kind of hoping we could pick up 1 more here easily. But that's why I'm shooting, like, in the opposite direction of the enemies. Ooh, Compound Fracture can be pretty good as well. Or at least it's novel. Is it also... It looks like it's also, like, the Parasite. Okay. I don't know how I haven't noticed that before. I guess every time I've gotten this item, I've been like, oh, it's working really well with the Parasite. But that is why I'm shooting opposite the direction of a lot of these enemies, because I want to kill them with Maw of the Void instead of killing them with my own tears and not having any chance to get the demon heart out of it. So I think, you know, we got 1 bomb. I am going to make a play for a second secret room. This seems like the most plausible place. It did work out for us. We got a relax pill. 2 health ups, which is really good. 1 perks. 1 speed up, which is actually valuable. Like, we're in a position where we could use that. And then, sure, I mean, that was fine. We got 2 HP upgrades and a speed upgrade out of our second secret room. That's definitely better than average. It's better than our average item room by a considerable margin. And we'll be moving on here, marching towards, like, a pretty great Eden run right now. Maw of the Void is the icing on the cake, but, dude, raw stats is in an excellent position right now. More of that, please. Okay. Curse of Darkness plus glaucoma is about the time when I start to say this is getting a little ridiculous. Know what you're asking yourself, NL? Are you ever going to use Mom's Bra? My question is, what's it to you? What, you're an investor or something in the Mom's Bra Corporation? Death's touch in our item room, huh? Well, you win some, you lose some, and you kick the shit out of some, I suppose. Something's wrong. Apparently that's a good pill, based on PhD, so I guess I shouldn't complain. The answer is, I don't know. Maybe we'll use Mom's Bra, maybe we won't. Like, as of right now, using Mom's Bra wouldn't... I mean, it might have sped up some of these fights, but it's not really that big of a deal, I think, so... Oh, apparently Mom's Bra just doesn't even work in that section. I thought I could, like, interrupt his attack or something, but silly me. Of course we get to deal with the devil, because it's just the kind of run this is. We're actually in a great spot because we could totally, we could take whatever he gives us. Lump of coal is actually maybe worse in this situation, just because our spacebar item is not really that good right now. We're closing into the Mom transformation, which is really only relevant if we get Nodleaf, but I think that... Dude, I gotta be honest with you. I'm getting so mind-flooded right now because I can't see fucking anything. I'm begging you. I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep Mom's Bra. Bob's Rotten Head, you know, it's tempting because the damage burst is nice, but it's also highly, highly unnecessary. Considering that our damage is already really good, and we kind of have a damage burst along with it. Like, I think in theory, freezing enemies later is gonna be really nice. And we can then use that to facilitate a better use of Maw of the Void, which is still, you know, driving the bus for us right now. But yeah, I mean, if you look at that item tracker on the right side of the screen, it's gonna be hard for me to argue that this should be anything but an obvious win. But you know what's nice? I think I've been framing it all wrong. I've been framing it from a pessimistic mindset of like, oh, you know, if we get the Void Portal, I have incentive to, like, ruin my run by using it because, you know, it's an unfair precedent, blah, blah, blah. You know, you get the idea. Like, I don't want to use the Void Portal on runs where it's not going to be advisable for us to use the Void Portal. That much is fairly obvious. Wow, we are going to get Black Candle out of this. That is incredible. The other thing is, and if we're going to focus on the positives, is we actually... Oh, I shouldn't have taken that. We could, because this run is exceptional, aim high and, you know, take out the Void floor by going down to the Dark Room. Or going down to the, well, the Void, which is the Delirium fight. I don't know if that was confusing enough. Maybe I could rephrase it about 35 different ways. Anyway, we're leaving the 3rd floor at 6 minutes and 40 seconds. So, as of right now, I'd say I'm feeling pretty good about the whole situation. We're going to head down and do another episode of Northernlion's Skype Corner. Austin is in for Factorio on Sunday, to which Michael A. L. Fox replies, awesome. I mean, he's not wrong. That's good news. It means our next Factorio session is already set up. I've got to be honest, I was kind of hoping for something more meatier than that. If you're worried about personal information... Look, if I went into that Skype conversation and someone said something personal or terrible, I'm under no obligation to utter it on the show. I just use it as an opportunity to riff on my friends in a way that I hope is affable and good-natured. But, you know, if one of them was like, you know, espousing political beliefs or, you know, controversial opinions or something like that, or it's like, I've been really going through a tough time right now, of course I'm not gonna talk about that. That would be very uncool is what it would be. And if anything, I'm cool. That's the #1 Northernlion characteristic. Hey, how do you guys feel about using strings in C++ versus using the input stream to do all of your text manipulation? Get off the stage, nerd. Okay. Shoop de whoop. Happy to have it. Honestly, Maw of the Void is, I guess, I've been using it still, but it's not really that relevant right now because we're at full HP. So we might as well just embrace the fact that we are become Death, Destroyer of Worlds, and people have been yelling at me about Dim Bulb. They've been saying, NL, you moron. Dim Bulb is never a stats downgrade. It's always a stats upgrade. You should always pick it up if you don't have a better trinket. And I think Bagged Lunch is not a better trinket, so I will take heed and take that advice to heart, and maybe I'll even take Geed. Good day to you, partner. I'm Geed. Where are you taking me? I can already tell I'll be your only friend in this godforsaken wherever you've taken me to. It's, you know, it's Diablo 2. It sort of works, but... Alright. We don't have a great deal with the Devil Chance, but I'd love to see it happen regardless. I'd love for you to drop a Demon Heart for me. I guess that doesn't matter. That should be a Mom transformation, although that's relatively irrelevant as well. And without rushing, we are 9 minutes in on Necropolis 1. So, you know, I'm feeling relatively good about our future prospects here. You know what I'm gonna say? Let's repeat it after me. The only thing that could kill this run at this point is a full run reroll. I would still do it because I'm a slave to the Zane. But, that's the only thing that could crush us right now. I'm a slave to the Zane. I don't know, it's just, you know, one of those songs that always showed up in, like, movies between the year 2000 and 2008. So it's always like, hey, we need a hacker for our crew. And then, why don't you go meet this kid down on 6th Street? And then he's in a basement, like, tagging graffiti or something, and he gets in a chase with the cops and then scrambles their police scanners with some kind of document, or not document, some kind of, you know, tech gadget, and then the music playing is always, that's the name of the game. I don't know who made that song, but kudos to you. You made a lot of money during that era. And deservedly so, because that's really up there. When I think of, like, the best songs ever written, I'm like, Dear Prudence, you know, that's got to be up there. You know, maybe Marquee Moon by Television. I mean, there's a lot of great ones, of course. And then, you know, you gotta throw Everybody Walked the Dinosaur, and that's the name of the game. Also really like the Hamster Dance. I think that's an all-time classic. Bust a Move by MC Light. No Scrubs by TLC. There's a lot of classics. Too many to count, honestly, which is why I'm gonna stop now, and for no other reason. It's kind of cool, actually, that by using Shoop-da-Whoop, we basically get a temporary all-stats upgrade. I quite like that. By the way, Lead Pencil's doing amazing work for us right now. It's like once every X shots, we have like a really, really good shot. It's not really a great way to describe the item, but that's... If I described it like that on a test, you're giving me half marks. You know, it's not... He's got the idea, at least. We are going to check this room, and I don't really want either of those, but... We are going to check this other room down here. Once I saw that there was a second key room, obviously this room down here becomes a lot more interesting. If we can get Bookworm, which is actually going to be exactly what's going to happen, then life's good. We didn't even need Book of Revelations to get our charge hooked up here. Or to get our second level Meat Boy. But maybe, you know, we would have preferred to not get a second level Meat Boy either way. But anyway, Bookworm is... I still think it's overrated, to be honest with you. I think people... There are some people who implicitly, not explicitly, because if you ask them, they would be like, what do you think, I'm stupid or something? So don't ask them this unless you want them to think that you think that they're stupid, and that's not something that is going to be very flattering for someone to hear, so they're probably not going to like you too much. Ooh, Happy learned to get a good item out of a second secret room. I think there are people who implicitly feel like it's more valuable to have Bookworm than it is to have 2020. That's malarkey. But I think it took me a second, like I looked into myself, and I was like, if 2020 was in a room, how excited would I get? I get like an 8 out of 10 excited in Isaac terms, at least. If there were 3 books and it allowed me to get Bookworm, how excited would I get? I think I'd be like an 8.5. I think the reason for that, by the way, is because it feels like there's more moving parts that came together to make it happen. But Bookworm is just worse than 2020, although depending on what the book is, or what the books are, what your current spacebar item is, and what you need on a run, you might be able to make a case that plus what you get from Bookworm is better than 2020. Either way, this is where we're getting into the like, ooh, you know, we're jerking off over like Isaac theory at this point. Well, what if you had Anarcha's Cookbook and Pyro in there? Well, then you'd feel differently, wouldn't you? You lucky so and so. Sure, you got me. All right. I have a tolerance for theory crafting to some extent, but as soon as I find myself wanting to make the jerk off motion to like my own speech and not in a like dirty talking sort of way, I know it's time for me to, you know, get down off the soapbox and just play some fucking Isaac, basically. Alright, Fruitcake Tears. These are totally fine. I think we want to stick with Dim Bulb. And to be honest with you, I think we totally want to do Boss Rush. Like, we're going to get a deal with the Devil for one, and we're one Guppy item away from... oh, Jacob's Ladder Tears. We're one Guppy item away from getting the Guppy transformation. So we'll take Polaroid. I guess we could have looped on this one as well, but... Oh, there's the Guppy transformation and Pandora's box. Okay. Are you a wizard? I don't want to take that in case it's Telepills. I took it anyway. I guess we use Pandora's box. I know this is lame because you want me to take it down to the cathedral, but so be it. We're probably going to go to the Void, honestly. Then I'm going to take Shoop da Whoop with me. And I think we'll take Popula Duplex. It's not an amazing get for us, but it's pretty good. And where are our enemies? These fruitcake shots are fucking crushing it, dude. I like that we get a huge stat upgrade, like, at all times on this room. As I get Shoop da Whoop damage plus the stat upgrade that comes with it. I mean, I was gonna say, like, deceptively, this is one of the most powerful runs we've had recently. But there's no reason, like, at all that it has to be deceptive. It's just, I think it's Blast Assist over there, just messing with our lives. There's no reason it has to be deceptive at all. It's actually just, like, extraordinarily great. Like, enemies stand no fucking chance whatsoever. So, certainly, all bosses up to Hush and Delirium are screwed. The speed at which we can take out a boss at this point is ridiculous. Especially when after you use Shoop da Whoop, you get a ridiculous, like, improvement in your stats. That's what gets me. Is that you actually get duplicate benefits for using Shoop da Whoop. At first, you get Shoop da Whoop with amazing damage, and it also generates the flies for you. And then on top of that, you also get the stat upgrade from Dim Bulb right after you do it. So we get, I was going to call it Unicorn Stump, but that is Notched Axe, which we do not care about in the least. HP is great, though. And, I mean, I'm not really trying to beat the game as fast as possible. But, again, once you get down to, like, the womb here... That was bad. There's really nothing, holding us, you know? Like, what did I get? I got hit by my own tier there. There's not a plethora of special rooms, so you kind of might as well just start, you know, mining for gold down here. You might as well just start mawing the void down here. Come on, dude. There we go. Rib of Greed, also worth effectively nothing here. And this is going to be like one of the fastest runs I've ever had, I think. At least one of the fastest, like, void runs I've ever had, if we end up going that route, which I think we will. Because we have Black Candle, we can't... oh my god. The fact that some... I think it's the fact that we have Popula Duplex plus... plus Fruitcake. Some of the shots might... At least if I'm moving in the direction of the shot, they might be literally impossible for us to not get hit by. Or maybe it's Explosivo shots popping, but I don't... It's happening too fast to be Explosivo, I think. So Spirit Hearts are strangely valuable for us as a result of the the damage that seems somewhat unavoidable. The less explosions, the merrier. I guess we should shoot in a different direction than we're walking to minimize that. Or maybe I'm just, like, completely overthinking it and it doesn't matter in the end. Also completely plausible. So we got our final deal. We got the HP to take whatever we want. So I'm going to take Pentagram. I don't actually know if we want anything else. Pentagram by itself is just okay here. Definitely going to do the Hush fight, which we entered 16 minutes and 37 seconds into the run. Maybe not a new record, but it's got to be up there. Inside of our shop. Sega 6! I do it at this point because it annoys you. Alright, we got to donate 1 cent. It's a privilege. See you next year. We'll take a speed upgrade, which could get us closer to Spun. We'll take... Ooh, I mean... honestly... Go Tractor Beam, because we don't need the Mind. We already have, black candle plus the map, and we're only going to do one more floor. So I think that tractor beam, I'm not sure how much it gains, or how much we gain for having it, but I think I'm happier this way. I was actually... There's a cute play in here. The play is you buy Sharp Plug. No, but you can't even use Sharp Plug unless you're on 0 charge. So disregard. What I was going to say is you buy Sharp Plug, and then you use that to hurt yourself, give yourself a charge, use Shoop the Whoop on the enemy, not just to hurt them, but then also to get down to 0 charge, which thanks to Dim Bulb would give you a stat increase. So, I mean, there is the chance of doing that, although I don't necessarily think it's a strong play. It's a clever play, I'll give you that. But you know, clever code is not the most important thing in the world. Sometimes it's just more important to have readable code. And the run is very, very readable right now. Either way, we're landing shots. Ignore that. It's a telephonic, a textual message on my telephonic device. Baby, I sent you an SMS. It's an SOS for your love. Textual healing. Sort of works. That's more like a Red and Link song in there than, you know, I mean, here's the thing. I was blessed, and I do say this to toot my own horn. Linguistically, you know, you can say I'm stupid in a lot of ways. And when it comes to, like, I mean, if you watch some of these recent Factorio episodes, I wouldn't blame you for thinking, this guy must be the worst programmer on the planet. Not true. You'd be surprised, I think. But either way, I think if you gotta, if even my haterade drinkers have to give me credit for something on a natural intelligence level, it's linguistic. I was blessed with a relatively adept mind linguistically. Certainly, musically, if I got one thing, it ain't pitch. It's rhythm. Watch me rap Wild Wild West. I can stay on the beat. I understand the, when the plosives are to be utilized in order to make for an engaging little bon mot, but the pitch just has never manifested itself well for me. Either way, we're up here. To any outlaw trying to draw, thinking you bad, any draw in the west, best be with a pen and a pad, don't even think about it. 6 gun, weighing a ton, 10 times to go through this room just for fun, son. Can you suck me down to the portal of the ocean, man? Please. Okay, well, one of these days, yes, put it on the to-do list. Put it on the to-do list. Just trying to move myself down and around here. Oop, and no. Okay, well, I guess we'll be going to the cathedral on this run. Sorry, everybody. Just wanna play video games. Just wanna play video games all the time and every day. Oh, I do want it, but it's not really worth what we paid, but that's okay. Again, this isn't a daily, so I'm actually, after doing so many dailies, I'm relishing the opportunity to basically, like, if I have to take an extra demon-hearted damage to pick up an item, who gives a shit? As long as, like, it doesn't really jeopardize our chances of winning, and I think, you know, we could make a case that it probably doesn't here. Then, as far as I'm concerned, life is good. I wonder if, with Tractor Beam, you could have diagonal or even 360-degree tiers if you had analog. See, that kind of interests me, because analog is an item. It's tiers up, but then apart from that, I'm like, 360-degree tiers when I'm using WASD and the arrow keys doesn't matter to me. But, you know, the tiers upgrade is what it is, which is fine. Ooh, the Sun card. Actually good for mapping. The, if we could shoot in a line diagonally, though, then I would be like, this is cool. Because we could really break enemy line of sight and ability to get shot as a result. So we'll pop the gas, and I think we have 2 Sun cards. I don't think the Razor matters. Let's just get the heck out of Dodge here. Oh, we must have had that special tier with Fruitcake that actually freezes them, like Midas Touch style. Alright, battery charge? We want battery charges just so we can work through our battery charges here. But either way, this is going to be one of the fastest runs we've ever had, and we went slowly. We did all of Boss Rush, we did all of the Hush fight. This is like a seed for, you know, if you get this on a race, you're just like, I'm the happiest man in the world. That being said, we are going to completely reroll the whole run. Because that's what we do. We got a Beelzebub transformation. We got 2020, or maybe that's just Bookworm again. Combines with 8-inch nails. See, this is a good run. Our previous run was amazing. This is good. If we had this on the chest, we'd be like, straight up, can't complain. But it's not quite as good as our last one was. And that's okay. This is a victory lap as far as I'm concerned. There are run archetypes that could ruin us here. And that's the thrill of the kill, my man. That's why we're doing this in the first place. This is obviously not going to do it, but there are ways we could ruin our run this way. And we're going to do one last reroll. We're going to do it inside of the boss fight. You know why? Because then I can't back down. I got myself trapped in that situation, and I'm excited to see if we can muster a way through it. Of course, you know, being Guppy no matter what definitely helps. Game Kid. Well, we're missing out on Game Kid by doing it this way, but that's fine. Okay, here we go. We get another reroll with no transformation. I do see that we have Egghead. To be honest with you, it looks like we have Soy Milk. It also looks like Big Fan is having like the worst day you could possibly imagine there. It's not having a great time, kind of like glitching out. But, oh, it sorted itself out. What a strangely, like, anticlimactic reroll. Either way, though, great run. 26 minutes on the entire video. That's like a new moon record. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. And for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.